Nagy's leg. Might have been a base hit and an RBI. Here's Albert Bell to lead off the second for Cleveland, and he takes a strike. He has been the man. 3 for 7, a homer, 3 RBIs. Of course, 50 during the regular season, and he drove in 126. 1-1.
You talk about a guy who has been in an absolute zone. Albert Bell, over the last 2 months, had 17 home runs in September, had 31 in the last 2 months of the season.
And the groove has continued. You see the Yankees and Mariners no score. There's the other half of the knuckleball story, and that's Mike McFarland. It's not easy back there when that ball's dancing. That's 3-1 now to Mr. Bell. Let's see if Mr. Wakefield gives in to him.
No, he'll go with the floater. He's not going to give in to Albert Bell.
And he caught the corner. 3-2.
Good patience by Albert Bell. 3-1, you're looking for something that you can drive. And you don't talk about a knuckleball pitcher painting the corners, but Wakefield did on that one.
Albert Bell hits it high and deep, but pulls it well foul down the left field line, and it's up and over the roof.
The only thing Albert's a little upset with is that his favorite bat was sawed in half the other day. That was a bat he hit his 50th home run with.
Yeah, and Bobby Brown, who was responsible for making that decision, said if he'd have known that it was a home run he hit the 50th with, he might not have had it sawn in half. Albert says he's going to glue it back together, though, and mount it. McFarland can't get it. He and Naring were both there. And again, the wind. And I think Wakefield might not have taken charge of that situation.
Well, I think he did, and I think he actually made the wrong call. Watch Wakefield. He starts to hold off. He doesn't really make a call. Looked like he was going to hold off Tim Naring. Keep in mind, Naring is playing as far back as you can at third base with Albert Bell, the hitter. That ball is really Mike McFarland's to catch.
And because of that, they have charged McFarland with an error. And Albert Bell will get another cut and fouls it back.
Well, I tell you what, you hate to do that with an Albert Bell and give him another chance. That's some of the things the Red Sox have made, some small little mistakes in the first 2 games of the series. Kevin Kennedy has admitted that.
Another 3-2 pitch. And another foul ball. When Naring came in, it looked like he was ready to take charge, and Wakefield sort of held him up, and that, I think, is what caused McFarland to be a little tentative.
Yeah, he may have held him up with the hand, but maybe not verbally, and McFarland might not have seen that.
That's true. This one way high and deep and foul again. Just missed knocking one of the lights out. Gee whiz. That thing went 450 feet the wrong way. This is the 11th pitch of this at bat, and it's strike 3 call.
Talk about some perfect pitches by Tim Wakefield. Remember the 3-1 knuckleball that was on the outside corner. Then Albert Bell fouled a few off. Now he floats one that catches the inside corner and gets a good grab from McFarland.
Quite an at-bat for both the hitter and the pitcher. Eddie Murray stands in, just keeps on rocking on. 3 for 10 in this series, a homer and 3 driven in. A .323 season, 21 homers and 82 RBIs. And you go down the Cleveland lineup, everybody hits 300. Everybody hits 25 to 30 home runs. Everybody hits 70 to 100 RBIs.
7 of the 9 guys in the lineup, 300 hitters.
Ball 2 to Murray. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the 2nd inning. No score.
You know what? You think about the 2 that didn't hit 300. Omar Vizquel has gotten many big hits for the Indians this year. And Paul Sorrento's average was down. He missed some time on the DL with a pull hamstring, but has 25 home runs.
And nearly drove in 80. 3-0 now. See what he does with Murray.
I think with guys like Murray and Albert Bell, you just have the automatic green light. They're smart enough. They know when to swing and when not to.
That fastball was high, and Murray is aboard. First walk issued by Wakefield. And they're in the second inning now in Seattle. No score. Rockies still leading Atlanta by a run. And they have yet to score at Riverfront. 1 out and 1 on for Jim Thome, who is 1 for 10 in this series with 6 strikeouts. He has not driven in a run, but he too had a fine season, hitting .314. That knuckleball is high. Thome hit 25 home runs and drove in 73.
I tell you, so much has been said about the struggles of the Red Sox offensively, hitting .174 as a club. Hey, the Indians are hitting a .188. They're not tearing the cover off the ball either.
Well, the pitching has been pretty good on both sides.
That's exactly what Mike Hargrove and Kevin Kennedy said. And everybody talks about the lack of offense. How about the way these pitchers have been hitting spots and making pitches when they need to?
More has been made of the Red Sox because they're the team that's down by losing the first 2 games. Foul on a check swing. So it's 2-1. There's El Presidente. Dennis Martinez pitched the first game and Oral Hershiser the second.
Well, you talk about some veteran pitchers.
Look at who Boston had.
Yeah.
Clemens pitched strong. He went out there like a bulldog.
So did Eric Hansen.
And Eric Hansen had that breaking ball working beautifully in game 2.
So if this series was tied up 1-1 instead of Cleveland leading 2-0, we'd be talking just about what a great pitch series it is.
That's probably right. Way high and deep. Pulled down the right field line. Hooking. Fair ball and a home run for Jim Thome. Cleveland is quickly up 2-0.
One of the problems always with a knuckleball, if it hangs up there, it's a great pitch for a hitter to hit. Down the right field line at Fenway Park, you can really sneak one in. It's not very deep, right as the line is fair. And Jim Thome was able to sneak it right over the foul pole and get it into fair territory. And that's not what the Red Sox wanted to get down early. And that's exactly what Cleveland wanted to do.
Exactly, and they have done it. Thome, who was 1 for 10 and with the big 2-run home run, and Manny Ramirez now, who is 0 for 10, is the hitter. And a knuckleball catches the inside corner, a ball and a strike. Ramirez hit .308 during the season, hit 31 home runs. Hargrove congratulating Thome as the knuckleball hits Ramirez in the backside.
Tremendous amount of confidence in the Cleveland clubhouse, walking around and talking with different players. And you know, you watch Wakefield struggle here in this second inning, and his catcher Mike McFarland said that what you have to do is you have to watch him for a couple of innings and try to define what he's going to do, where the ball's going to move and how it's going to move. McFarland said, then I have to figure out how to catch it. But the one to Jim Thome didn't move a lot.
And as a hanger, Paul Sorrento, 1 for 6 in the series. Still only 1 out. 2 runs in on Thome's dinger and a runner at first in Ramirez. Ball 2, and now McFarland's going to have a chat.
Another thing that you'll see the Cleveland Indians do, most clubs try to against Tim Wakefield, try to exploit the knuckleball when they get base runners. Ramirez had 6 stolen bases on the year. But if they get guys like Lofton and Vizquel on the bases with Wakefield still in there, look for them to run.
More pressure too on Wakefield and the others because Rick Aguilera is not available for Boston. This ball popped up behind second. Luis Alicea calling, squeezing, and there are 2 gone. Ramirez remaining at first.
Of course, Steve, it's the type of ball game that certainly no tomorrow for Boston, so they'll pitch anybody. Kevin Kennedy said if he has to go to the bullpen early, he probably would bring in right-hander Mike Maddox.
Early meaning the first 3 or 4 innings
of
the game. Sandy Alomar, the hitter, 9th hitter in the lineup, 1 for 6 in the series. Hit an even 300 on the year. And fouls the first pitch off for strike 1.
Yeah, Sandy did that going 4 for 5 the last day of the season.
Grounded to third. Naring will go to Alicea for the force, and the inning is over. But Jim Thome's 2-run home run, and Cleveland out in front early.